Let me ask you something real quick. Why do we all feel like getting our own apartment is the ultimate sign that we've made it? Like somehow, the moment you have your own place, you're officially an adult. You're successful. You're doing life right. Because I'm here to tell you something most people won't say out loud. Getting your own apartment too early can actually keep you broke. Not because you're bad with money, not because you're irresponsible, but because the system rewards appearances, not smart timing. Today, I'm breaking down why renting a room instead of getting an apartment might be one of the smartest financial moves you can make, especially if you want freedom, flexibility, and real progress. This isn't about settling. This is about playing the long game. Let's talk about the real cost of an apartment. Most people look at apartment rent and think, okay, I can afford that. But rent is a trap number, because rent is just the headline. It's not the full story. On top of rent, you're paying deposits, application fees, utilities, internet, furniture, and household stuff you didn't even know you needed. It never ends. That $1,200 apartment? Suddenly it's $1,500 a month, sometimes more, and that's every single month. Now compare that to renting a room. Many rooms come, furnished with utilities and Wi-Fi included. You're not paying extra just to exist. You're not constantly surprised by bills. That difference? That's money you keep, and money you keep is power. There is definitely a hidden cost people don't talk about. Here's the part nobody puts on Instagram. When you stretch yourself to afford an apartment, you don't just lose money, you lose peace. You start doing math in your head every time you spend. You feel guilty for buying food out. You panic when something unexpected comes up. Your life becomes smaller, not bigger. And the crazy part? From the outside, it still looks like success. But behind closed doors, you're stressed. That's not freedom. That's pressure with better lighting. Lower rent equals more freedom. Here's the truth nobody glamorizes. High rent equals stress. When most of your paycheck goes to housing, you're stuck at jobs you hate. One emergency can wreck you. You can't take risks. You can't breathe. You're always one problem away from panic. Renting a room changes that. Lower rent means you have margin. You have options and you can say no. You can pivot. Freedom isn't about square footage. Freedom is about not being financially trapped. You also increase the speed of saving. Let's keep it simple. If renting a room saves you just $500 a month, that's $6,000 in 1 year, $12,000 in 2 years. That's not small money. That's emergency fund money, education money, relocation money, and investment money. That's the difference between reacting to life and planning your life. Most people delay their future to impress people who aren't paying their bills. Smart people stack quietly. They don't rush. They prepare. Savings just doesn't buy things. Savings can buy confidence, peace of mind, and better decisions. When you have money set aside, you stop making desperate choices. You don't jump into bad relationships. You don't stay in bad jobs. You don't say yes just because you're scared. That's the real flex. Less stuff, less problems. Apartments force you to buy stuff. Random things you didn't plan on buying. And guess what? More stuff equals more cleaning, more maintenance, more stress, more stuff to move later. Renting a room keeps life simple. You own less. Simple living isn't boring. It's efficient. And efficiency creates momentum. Also, renting a room comes with a built-in community. Living alone sounds cool until it gets lonely. And loneliness is expensive in ways people don't talk about. Renting a room usually means people around casual conversation, a sense of connection. You still have privacy. You still have boundaries. But you're not isolated. Especially during big life changes, that matters more than people admit. Renting a room is a smart move for transitions as well. Renting a room is perfect when you're just moving out, starting a new job, new to a city, rebuilding financially and/or planning your next move. You don't rush to the top. You build toward it. Strong foundations don't look flashy, but they hold everything up. Now, when an apartment actually makes sense? Look, apartments aren't bad. They make sense when you can afford them comfortably, you have savings, you're not living paycheck to paycheck, and you want space and privacy. The problem isn't apartments. The problem is bad timing driven by pressure. In conclusion, renting a room isn't a step backward. It's a strategic step forward. If your goal is freedom, stability, and momentum, this move might be exactly what you need. Ask yourself, does this choice help future me? That's the real question.